Welcome aboard the Omni-bus to Miscellanea. I'm Cyber and I'll be your overseer for today. For the first stop on today's journey, a wonderfully woeful story written by BeesWithUdders, Death of a Deity.
Julia lay still in my arms. The gentle rise and fall of her chest ceased an eternity ago, but I still held her, cradling her like an infant. She looked so peaceful. Her limp body so delicate and as light as a feather. I was afraid that if I let go, she would be carried away by the gentle stream flowing around us. My world was in ruins. Piles of sodden debris lay around us, stacked higher than the houses they were once part of. Wooden walls had cracked and splintered by the unrelenting power of a sudden flood, collapsing houses in on themselves. The swollen river had burst its banks, sending forth violent streams that snaked between the thinly scattered islands of detritus, up the soil and marring the surrounding landscape. Corpses choked the river, clouding its crystal waters with scarlet streaks. Little was left but murky pools that drowned the country. As far as the eye could see, everything was lost. The gray firmament above opened to allow a single, slender beam of light to trickle down from the heavens and caress Julia's pale cheek. The soft glow brought a shade of warmth to her cooling flesh. I couldn't believe my baby was gone. I was holding her when she first came into this world. I was holding her when she left it. Seeing the light in my daughter's eyes slowly ebb away was a cruelty no parent should ever need to endure. Dappled rays played across her wet skin, tracing their way between droplets until finally coming to rest upon her amulet. A small thing rod of copper and iron, but beautifully inlaid with intricate tracings of gold. An amulet dedicated to our God, dedicated to you. We prayed diligently and did everything the wise ones told us to do to appease you. Not a single prayer was skipped, or offering missed, or ritual withheld, or any of your commands questioned or denied. Yet death and destruction are what we were offered in return. Does that seem fair to you? Not to me. I won't pretend I know anything of the machinations of the divine, for I'm no priest, but a lowly mortal who clearly defied you. Otherwise, why would this have happened? Why did the rains we so desperately needed and begged for continue well past the season's end? Become so swollen? Why did the banks burst to release watery wrath upon us? Why would you allow this to happen to us? To me? But you didn't let death take me like everyone else. You spared me. You may think you saved me, but you did quite the opposite. I've been left with nothing but misery and sorrow. You kept me alive and took that which I love most in this world. There must be a reason for this, to keep me alive and no others. Whatever the reason, I'll have no part in it. I once harbored the most fervent love and devotion for you. We all did. A powerful, all-consuming love drove us blindly into your arms. Our faith in your wisdom and benevolence held us tightly in your embrace. We thought we were safe. Misplaced were our feelings when your judgments were so clouded by deceit. Now in love's place, I harbor something else, something stronger. Hate. It feels wrong to hate you, but I can't help it. It's not that I can't stop, it's that I don't want to. You deserve my hate for what you did. It's true, you are a god, and I am mortal. In that, most would consider me ungrateful and foolish for hating one so powerful and wise, yet I still do. You think despite all that I love, that I should still revere you, that I should still worship you, that I should fill the void in my heart with the love of my Creator, because that's all the love I will ever need. No. You're sorely mistaken. You've forsaken me, abandoned me in this harsh world, and taken everything from me. I shall do the same to you. They say you die not only with the passing of your last breath, but that you die a second time when your name is uttered in this world for the last time. I have not the power to invoke a physical death upon a deity such as yourself, but I can starve you of the attention you so desperately desire, of the love and worship you draw strength from. I can't kill the unkillable, but I can make you wish you were able to die. Henceforth, I, your last living, breathing son, renounce you as my God and Father. I cast you out of my heart into the blackness of the void in which you have left me. Your religion died with the people who drowned, for I will take it no further. I won't even grant you the courtesy of speaking your name one last time. That too died upon the lips of someone lost to your wrath. In killing Julia, you have killed yourself. I hope it was worth it. And we both are alone.
Well, that was a bit of a tearjerker. And on with our ride, a fantastically horrific reality. We must keep your door shut, eyes closed, and pants buckled if you want any shot at survival. Next up, Human. All Too Human by Frank Floyd.
It was winter again. Winter was when they came. The respite of autumn had faded, the nights now much longer, the air much colder. New families had moved into the homes of those that had gone. They had heard rumors of the string of disappearances, but had no choice. It was slim pickings for the poor. No one was sure what they were. I peered through the bedroom curtain once, and all that did was confuse me more. Some were bipedal, almost human, while others crawled on all fours. They prowled the streets, hunters searching for prey. All were as dark as shadows. They would come to the door, but I would never open it. They would try to trick you into opening the door. One night, I heard my mother pleading for me to let her in from the other side of the door. She'd been dead for 6 years. I would hear the screaming of my neighbors as they fell for their tricks. I think it was their screams. I wasn't sure of anything. It could have been another trick. The news never reported it. The police refused to help. We were the dregs of society, not worth the attention. As long as the shadows stayed out of the cities, the world was happy. Out of sight, out of mind. Was that the deal? Perhaps those in ivory towers traded the lives of the downtrodden in exchange for safety. It wasn't much different before the shadows came. We were the ones who scrubbed the toilets, delivered their food, cleaned their cars, yet all we got were the crumbs from the rich man's table. We were already slowly dying. The shadows just spread that up. If anything, it was a mercy. I considered this nightly the purpose of my existence. The struggle of long work days for little pay. The fear of death throughout the winter. What was it all for? What exactly was in it for me? Tonight, I was awoken again by a voice at the door. I say awoke, but during winter, it wasn't really sleep. It was impossible to really sleep. The voice was feminine, sultry. I peered through the spy hole and saw the figure of a beautiful woman. Long red hair, full lips. I know what you are, but I have a proposition. The shadow grew silent. I'll let you in. I'll accept my fate. But you must keep this form. You must let me have you. My life is nothing but long, drawn-out anguish. The shadow remained silent for a moment and then spoke. I unlocked the door. The woman smiled and crossed the threshold. Her eyes were completely black. We kissed. We were already slowly dying. The small pleasures of life, a barely palatable distraction from the crushing agony of existence. At least this way, it was my choice. At least this way, I could embrace the void.
Thank you for joining us on our maiden voyage upon the Omni-bus to Miscellanea. And remember, you can find Death of a Deity and other works by BeesWithUdders, such as Heartless and Vice of Impatience, on their subreddit, r/TheHiveWithUdders. You can also find Human, All Too Humans author Frank Floyd on Facebook at frankfloyd-author or at frankfloyd.home.blog. Frank has written other stories such as Death, The Sweeper, and The Hole. Frank's stories tend to focus on mental health in order to bring awareness to the subject. This episode was composed and edited by Cy Nelson, who you can find on Reddit at Cy_Cyclone and on Instagram at Cyber_Cyclone. If you would like to support us and be a part of the show, please share with friends and check us out at our Patreon, as it makes it possible for my friends and I to support smaller artists and to keep making content for you all. All links and credits can be found in the description. As for a bus, you can always find a stop on the corner between somewhere and nowhere. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, stay cozy. We hope to see you soon.